What if you don't need to live in pain and suffering? What if you could give up your karma and have a life of abundance and joy? What if you could start creating magic and miracles that you never thought were possible? Get ready to listen, share, and experience the magic that is you. Now, here's the host of Creating Abundance with Ease radio show, Dr. Helen Gitlevich.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is Orgasmic Life or what? A little bit about me. I started as a medical doctor and I've been choosing more and more spiritual and conscious modalities, including access consciousness and Akashic Records. Have been certified in both as a teacher, as facilitator, and now I inspire others through classes and private sessions to explore those tools of both access consciousness and Akashic Records so people can change their lives. Magic is everywhere. Abundance is everywhere. Are you choosing what you desire? What if more available than you believe is possible? Join me either in the classes around the world that I facilitate or just for a private session. And now let's talk about orgasmic life. Do you have a life of trauma, drama, and suffering? Or is your life full of life, joy, ease, fun, and adventure? Or is it just so-so? Especially now with social isolation. Are you enjoying every second of your life? What if there are tools that can change whatever is not working in your life? As I said earlier, I've been a doctor. Kind of like was a dream of my life, but it created a lot of trauma and drama between marriages and between everything I've created in the office. It's all kind of like was not feeling like orgasmic life. And what is orgasmic life? A lot of times I wonder, because I talk to a lot of women, men. With men, orgasm is easy. A lot of times orgasm is associated with sex, with copulation. But what if it's not just that? What if it's more than that? Because sex is receiving in this reality. Sex is about being present, believing that you're on the top of the world. Because when you have orgasm in bed, that's what it feels like. You're, ah. And a lot of times words cannot describe it. So if you're not driving, or even if you're driving, if you're not driving, close your eyes. If you're driving, if you're operating machinery, if you're walking, if you're doing something other than just sitting or laying down, close your eyes and drop your barriers. Because we always have barriers. We always have protection, energetic, points of view, all of those like judgments. Those are barriers to receiving. So I would like you to kind of like drop your barriers, at least for the next 10 seconds, maybe a minute, maybe a couple of minutes. You're not going to get hurt with that. It's not going to harm you. Nothing is going to come to your universe that's going to harm you in the next 2 minutes. Let's just say it. You will create a different protection. It's not a protection, but you will be okay, let's say. So drop your barriers. And for those of you who've listened to me before, been into my classes, just expand to infinity. people who are not familiar with Access or Akashic Records, just see where you are right now. If you're sitting, if you're standing, just get in touch with your body. Kind of like feel your body and allow yourself to sense where are you. Because you're not your body, but you have a body. Let's face it. You as a being, as a soul, you are using the body and you have a symbiotic relationship with your body. So for this purpose of this exercise, just sense where you are, where your soul is, or your consciousness. Are you stuck in your head? Are you stuck in your heart? Are you actually outside your body? I just wonder. Nothing is wrong. Whichever you start, you just start there. So, and at the same time, sense your body. Where is your body? Is your body sitting? Is it standing? Is it walking? Are you driving? If you're driving, you're still sitting. Just sense your butt on a chair or in the car and just be present with your body. And allow yourself to fully expand into the body and expand beyond your body and allow it the expansion from your heart. Think of your heart as a center and just expand in all directions like a sphere. Look at that, maybe a mile or kilometer, 10 miles, 10 kilometers, 1,000 miles, 1,000 kilometers. And keep expanding. Make yourself as big as Earth or bigger and allow Earth to be inside of you, just like your body is inside of you, and expand even more. So with that, I want you to go back in time and remember the best orgasm you ever had. It might be this lifetime, might be other lifetimes, doesn't matter. Just ask for that orgasmic energy and pull it through your body, through your feet, through legs, through your torso, and allow it to fill your body first and then expand it throughout the whole universe. And just allow that orgasmic energy permeate every cell in your body, every molecule in the universe. How does it feel? For me, my body starts tingling. It becomes alive because orgasmic energy is a living force. It's the energy that allows us to regenerate, heal, and be present with us, with our body, with our molecules, with everything. Because as I said, magic is everywhere, and orgasmic energy is what allows you to tap into that magic. What if there is nothing wrong? And what if you experience the orgasm all the time? How your life would be different. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, and if you listen to my podcast, you know that I do a lot of reference through the movies. And one of the movies I love is Ugly Truth. And it's kind of like not very old movie, but maybe 10 years old. And the premise is there is a beautiful woman, an executive, who is very rigid. She has her life, everything is structured. And comes along a guy who is a total chaos, including with sex. And he kind of like trains her how to start dating. And one of the things he does, he gives her vibrator underwear. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but, and she decides to wear it on a date, actually to the business meeting. And she loses the remote control, and the child picks it up and starts playing with that. So she gets to explosive orgasm, and she looks different, she feels different, and she actually talks different. There was a lot of different ideas that came to her mind after that. So how much are you limiting your life, but not allowing orgasmic energy into your life? Okay, that's sex. That's kind of like when you have orgasm, which is traditional, where we kind of like put that orgasmic energy behind the closed doors. But how often do you eat something that's so delicious it's orgasmic? How often are you in the nature that allows you to connect to that orgasmic energy? And again, if you kind of like got busy or started listening and contracted and forgot about that orgasmic energy that was flowing through your body and your being, connect to that. I would like for the next, I don't know how long you choose, to allow yourself to be in that energy. And what if you can choose to be in that energy all the time? Yeah. And what if it's not a wrongness that if you don't? Anytime when you judge yourself, anytime you allow yourself to go down to the emotional level or feelings, that's when you lose that orgasmic quality of life. Because thoughts, feelings, and emotions are very low vibration. It's electrical vibration of the brain. When we would like to be in love, let's say, or space of love, space of gratitude, space of orgasm, those are spaces of being. It's being who we are. When we are in thoughts, feelings, and emotions, we come down to the physical, contracted reality where there is no magic. And, oh, time for our first break of the show. And you've been listening to me, Dr. Helen Gitlevich, Creating Abundance with Ease radio show on the Inspired Choices Network. When we return, we'll talk more about orgasm, orgasmic living, and how to create your life from those energies instead of pain, suffering, and trauma and drama. And we will be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease, and today our show topic is Orgasmic Life, or what? So I don't like, by the way, going back. It's always about going forward. Whatever we experienced past, if it's the choice that we didn't like, okay, it's gone. Now what will we choose? So with Orgasmic Life, with orgasm, the space of orgasm, it's about receiving. It's about being present. It's about everything that a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to be because it's inappropriate. And a lot of times it's out of control. We talk a lot about out of control last week, and you can listen to the podcast, which I did with a wonderful guest, Rachel Silber, because orgasm is easy to talk in relationship to sex. The only time when you can actually receive orgasm is to be totally out of control. When you're trying to control how you feel, what you need to do, what techniques you're using, how much fun are you having in that? Not much. I had experience where the guy was like, literally, this way, this way, this way, this way, and he's done. And it's like, what? How many of you faked orgasm just to please the guy or the girl or whoever you're with? Well, the guy cannot fake orgasm, or at least usually not. But the girl sometimes can. And one of the examples is when Harry Met Sally, another movie, where she's sitting in a diner and they're having lunch, dinner, I don't remember which meal they had, but she showed a fake orgasm right there at the table, to the point where another couple, a woman says, I'll have what she's having. And because she projected the energy of orgasm, even not having it. So what if you don't have to fake it? What if you actually experience orgasm every time when you have sex, every time when you eat, every time when you walk, and every time when you're actually being present with your body? And with everything that we've done to our bodies, abused the body, when we literally judged our bodies to the point of killing it. And the body is still there. What if body is literally our best friend? And now is the time to start treating it so you can have the orgasmic experience with your body all the time. Let's do another exercise. Let's just create a little energy bubble. If you're watching it on TV, you can see me creating a little energy bubble between my hands. just like Tai Chi energy ball or energy ball in any modalities energy ball. And it's kind of like you breathe into that, you create a little energy, and you just touch yourself. Just touch your face, touch your body. And just allow that energy to permeate through your skin inside. And touch it gently. Don't just like slap your body. It's like, no, just touch it. And if you, again, see me, then it's like slapping it versus light touch. And you're allowing yourself to enjoy that touch. How many of you are not even taught to touch yourself? And it doesn't have to be in sexual way. It can be in sensual way, because bodies love to be touched by somebody, by yourself. It's more about the sensation of touch, because it is an energy exchange. And I know right now with COVID and with insanity that's going on in the world, and hopefully you're watching it years from now when it doesn't exist, and you can just read about it and say, oh my God, people live like that without touch? Yeah, find. And there was a lot of studies done. Being a doctor, I learned all about it, or at least a lot about it. When you're being touched, there is a hormone in your brain that gets released, oxytocin, which is the same hormone that women have with feeding a baby or touching. And the same hormone, it's hormone of happiness, joy, pretty much like orgasmic living. And the more you get the touch, the pleasant touch, not the hurt touch, the more that hormone gets released, the healthier people are. And if you don't have people around you, you might get a pet. Like I have an amazing cat who found me more than anything. And she followed my daughter on the streets of Chicago to the point where she picked her up, brought home, and called me. It's like, Mom, you've got the cat. And now I have Bella. And when I hug her, when she comes and lays on my chest, it's orgasmic, because it's what bodies need, the touch. As I said, you can eat the food, which is like taste and touch and everything together. That creates orgasmic feeling in your body. You can just watch a movie or read a book, and that can create orgasmic energy. What if you actually choose the activities that create more orgasm in your life instead of more pain and suffering? As you notice, I'm not talking about pain and suffering this show. I did before, but I'm talking more about choosing something greater. Because in life, we create where our focus is. If our focus, if our thoughts, if our feelings and emotions are on getting orgasm, getting more joy, getting more ease, getting more fun, that's what we'll create. If we concentrate on, oh my God, I'm in pain, guess what you're creating now? That's a law of attraction. You attract what you're thinking about. You attract what you're feeling. You attract what you are basically judging. The more judgment you put out, the more of that judgment comes in. And by the way, anything that's not the judgment, wouldn't even go there, wouldn't even come into your life, because it doesn't match your judgment. It's just like universe has an interesting sense of humor. It always fills your life with whatever you're asking for. And it doesn't distinguish if you're asking out of fear, if what you're asking is what you're afraid of, or if something you desire. It's insane, but they don't have polarity in the universe. Only this reality has polarity. Our choices create, our points of view create the polarity, and our points of view create our reality. So if you have, let's say, you're concentrating on your bills, that you have too many bills to pay, not enough money, guess what you keep creating and recreating and recreating? You're creating the bills and more bills and more bills and less money and less money and less money. Are you willing to let go of that? I hope you said yes. And it's as simple as choosing to concentrate on more money. Universe, could you please give me more money now, please? And if you keep asking for that, the universe will be happy to oblige. It's just like that genie. It's like, your wish is my command. Have you ever watched I Dream of Jeannie? And how often she would mess up because she thought that Tony would love something when he was actually not desiring it. And she would create havoc. But sometimes even out of that havoc, or it might be chaos, created greater. So what if breaking the patterns, breaking what's not working in your life, can create greater? You might go through growing pains or not, or you can choose just have the life of orgasmic experiences. And this is, time flies. Wow. Time for our second break of the show. And you've been listening to Creating Abundance with Ease with myself, Dr. Helen Gitlevich, on Inspired Choices Network. And we'll be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Magic and abundance are everywhere. What if you could tap into abundance and start creating your life with complete and total ease? Working with Dr. Helen Gitlevich will give you exactly that, total ease in creating abundance in your life. Dr. Gitlevich creates classes all over the world, both in person and online. She works with you to create abundance with your money, with your body, with your relationships, with all areas of your life with total ease. Connect with Dr. Helen Gitlevich at creatingabundancewithease.com. Her contribution in your world will be a noticeable gift in a very short period of time. This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is Orgasmic Life, or what? Yeah, because a lot of times we're talking about being in pain and suffering and creating more of that because we're concentrating on our pain and suffering. So it's pretty much like that joke about the angel on the bus. Was a man on the bus. A man is sitting and thinking, oh, my life is bad. My wife is awful. My boss is jerk. My kids are idiots. I don't have money. The angel is writing something in the back and also thinking, interesting. Every single day he's got the same desires. I don't get it. They're not something that will create his life, but oh well, we'll make it happen. So how often do you actually create your life from the points of view that you don't desire? Like instead of having, I would like to have more money, you are going into judgment, I don't have money. The universe does not distinguish between what you don't want and what you want. And same with choosing for you against you. From fear, like if you're afraid of something, that will actually create more of what you're afraid of than what you desire, because there is so much emotional charge there. And the emotions and feelings have so much of electrical charge that it starts creating more. Energy of orgasm or sex is about receiving. So when you start functioning from that, if you wake up in the morning, and that's actually a tool of the day, to see if you can wake up in the morning and just pull energy of orgasm into your body and see if it changes that day. See if life will be different if you just pull the energy of orgasm of life and expand in the morning or whenever you remember. You can do it throughout the day. See if it changes your life. See if it changes how you function. See if it changes what you receive. Because can you receive more if you occupy bigger space? And I'm not talking about gaining weight. This is different. Because a lot of people misidentify occupying bigger space as gaining 500 pounds. No, this is about being air, being expanded. When you are expanded as a being, your body actually starts shedding the weight, because weight, your fat, is solidification of your feelings. I'll say it again. Fat, everything that you put in your fat cells, and you have a certain number of cells, those fat cells number does not increase, it's their size increases. So you're kind of like blowing them up. It's just like on a computer. You fill up your computer with useless files and your computer doesn't work anymore, but you have only certain space. So you start exploding your computer and it's not functioning well. Same with the fat. Your fat cells, they don't increase in numbers, they increase in size. They hold your feelings, the files of feelings or emotions inside your fat cells. When you start expanding and letting go of those feelings, those emotions, because the more light you are, the more orgasmic energy goes through your body, it starts cleansing what's not working. Have you ever been in love and have a lot of sex and a lot of orgasm? What happens to your body? My body actually, every single time when I was in a relationship that had a lot of sex and orgasms, I lost a lot of weight, a lot of weight. I pretty much shed all the extra feelings and emotions that I didn't need. But as soon as the relationship started going sour and I started having feelings and emotions, and I'm talking about sadness, because love, gratitude, fun those are not emotions. Those are spaces of being. Emotions are sadness, grief. Those are programs more than anything. And so when I started solidify them, I started gaining weight. Every time when by the end of the relationship that wasn't working and I would break up that relationship, I was 5 to 10 pounds heavier. While in the beginning, I would be 5 to 10 pounds lighter. So what if you chose to give yourself orgasm? And if you'd like to use masturbation, that's fine. If you like just to bring the energy of orgasm into your body, please do. And just allow yourself to experience that. Allow yourself to be present. And the more present you are in your life, the more you can choose what works for you and what doesn't work. The more you in that space, the more you can receive and the more you can actually get. You can receive more money, you can receive more sex, you can receive more health, relationship, whatever you desire. It's about choosing and asking for more. But if you are in the point of view, this is it. If you concluded, I'm suffering. If you decided that this is what it is and I don't have a choice, that's what you will get in life. I remember years ago, I thought I didn't have a choice. It was as simple as that. I was talking to somebody and she was like, you know, you have a choice here. And I looked at her like, I don't have a choice. And I was very serious. She looked at me and said, Helen, not having a choice is still a choice. That blew my mind. Not having a choice is a choice of not having a choice. It doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. If it doesn't make sense, that's fine. In Access Consciousness, there is an amazing tool. It's called Crazy Phrase that gets your mind out of it. It's everything is opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. I love using that phrase because it gets me out of that no choice mentality of stuckness. Anytime when I am in a space of, oh, I'm suffering, I'm in trauma and drama, and there is no way out, I'm like, okay, well, everything is opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. And I keep repeating that a few times until it shifts, until I can bring orgasmic energy back into my body, into my life. Because just for a second, imagine what your life will be if you choose enjoy everything in your life. And it's interesting because I remember years ago, Gary Douglas, founder of Access, when I was asking about pain, because I was in severe pain, I was in constant pain. I barely could move at that time after my surgery. And I asked him, like, what can I do to get rid of my pain? And he's like, don't get rid of your pain, you enjoy it. And finally, I was able to realize that a lot of times when we are not willing to receive pleasure, when we are locking and blocking it and trying to resist it, it will turn into pain. And I'm not talking about my pain or your pain or something else. But as long as we are not resisting the pain and asking, what is that? A lot of times we can melt pain. And allowing orgasmic energies to go through your body, a lot of times that's what we were resisting. How can you have fun and joy when people are suffering around you? Yeah, you can, but we are not programmed to do that. We are programmed to suffer with everybody else. We are programmed to feel bad when everybody else suffers. And also, it's inappropriate when the whole world is in turmoil. How can you have fun? Choice. You can choose to have fun no matter what's going on. I think it was Shakespeare who wrote that play. What was that? I think it was Celebration During Plague. I don't remember exactly the name of it. I'm blanking right now, but you know what I'm talking about. When they celebrate when in Europe the plague was, and they were still celebrating. So how much are you refusing to celebrate right now based on the pandemic, the isolation, all of that? What if you can still, what if the antidote to the suffering is orgasm? What if antidote to suffering is pleasure? What if antidote to unconsciousness is joy? How much joy can you choose to create a different reality? Laughter is healing. It's not just healing for you, because they say an hour of laughter equals 1 pound of carrot juice or a pound of carrots. That much vitamin gets into your body. I mean, it's a joke, or is that? In every joke, there is a part of a joke. And what if it's not what if, it is. Laughter starts healing your body. There is a lot of studies that's proven it to change. And we'll talk more after the break. It's our third break of the show. And you've been listening to Creating Abundance with Ease with myself, Dr. Helen Gitlevich, on Inspired Choices Network. And we'll talk more about laughter, joy, and ease as a change and healing of the world. And we'll be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is Orgasmic Life or what? So instead of what, let's choose orgasmic life. And by the way, if you'd like to learn more tools of access consciousness, there is a Intensity of Being one-day class that's coming up on March 21st, as well as you can look up on website to see what other classes coming up. And tomorrow is going to be an intro to Akashic Records. If you'd like to find out more about Akashic Records and the tools of Akashic Records, it will be at 7 p.m. Probably Facebook Live and Zoom. And it's on my website, Creating Abundance with Ease. You can look up on the introductory classes. So with everything that's going on, and we were talking about that laughter can change your life, can change your body, can heal your body. And there were a lot of studies done. But it's not that, and not just that. When you're laughing, when you're having joy, when you have fun, when you have orgasmic energy is extremely healing for the earth. Same as laughter, same as joy. What's killing our planet, or at least was killing right now, I think the planet is recovering with less people kind of like out and about with pandemic. But if you start laughing more and having fun, it actually starts healing. What's killing the planet is toxic emotions. It's more about like hate, rage, fury, guilt, shame, blame, judgment. Those are the ones that's seeping into our planet because it's alive and it's killing it. The antidote, as I said, is laughter. Let's laugh more. Let's watch more comedies instead of violence or horror movies. Though some of the horror movies are funny, choose what works for you, what you enjoy. If you have so much joy watching a horror movie, by all means, enjoy it. It's about what works for you instead of against you. And one of the tools I love is light and heavy. Whatever is light will be true. Whatever is heavy is constricting, it's a lie. So if you just follow what's light, what's fun for you, I wonder how much your life would change and how much it will create more of receiving. Because let's face it, money is energy. So is love. So is gratitude. So is a lot of other things. And they like joy. They will follow joy. If you're in a bad mood, would money want to play with you? Probably not. If you're upset or judging, by the way, judgment eliminates, or at least not allowing you to receive fully. Because judgment is something almost like a blinder on a horse. The horse can go only forward. It cannot see what's on the side of it. Same as judgment. You won't be able to see, you're not aware of anything that doesn't match that judgment. So you will keep trudging along on the same path, doing the same thing over again, which is kind of a definition of insanity according to Einstein, and nothing will change. But if you take the blinders off, if you start following what's fun, what's joy, how much change do you think your life will have? And in kind of like in any way, you'll have fun. What if purpose of life is having fun? And what if the secret to that is to allow orgasmic energy to be present in your life? And if you like that show, You can join us next week. We will be talking about, are you achieving your dreams? And we'll talk more about what are the dreams? What can you create in your life more than you have right now, and more of what you desire instead of what you're afraid of? So, what if you can create more by choosing and asking the universe, the molecules, the atoms, the energies? Ah, I, I love our show, and I love you listening to me now or in the future. And we have just a few minutes left. And as I said, if you'd like more of the tools or more of me, you can join me on my social media. It's Helen Gitlevich on Facebook or Creating Abundance with Ease page. And also, a lot of times I do kind of like a little Facebook Lives with Rachel Silber in the group Being You Without Hiding. You can join us. We just did 30 days clearings on Out of Control. You can also view my archived TV show on my YouTube channel. All the Facebook Lives on the social media, as well as podcasts on YouTube, on SoundCloud. I think it's like on 200 platforms across anything that allows you to listen to podcasts or music. And I hope you join me for live classes. And I'm doing bars class, I believe, on March 30th, as well body classes around the world in England, Taiwan, Israel, and Russia. I think England is end of June, as well as Taiwan end of May, and Russia will be July and August. A few cities, there would be a tour, a Russian tour, as long as I get my business visa. And what else is possible that we haven't even considered? With everything that's going on right now, my invitation to you, do not buy into fear. I'm not saying don't wear masks or don't do vaccines. No, this is up to you. This is your choice. Always ask your body, ask yourself, what will create greater? Getting the vaccine, not getting the vaccine, wearing mask, not wearing mask, following the rules, not following the rules. I mean, it's all about your choices. What will be fun for you? If it's fun for you not wearing a mask where it's required by your government and you end up in jail, is it fun for you? The 10 seconds of fun versus maybe not so much fun. Look at the energy. Is it light? And same for everything else. Will this job create more for me or not? There is so many tools in Access Consciousness or Akashic Records or any other modality that you like. Just ask, how much more can I create with that? There are so many classes going on around the world, online, and you can choose Access Consciousness, you can choose Akashic Records. Just choose for you. And as I said, I will be doing another show next Wednesday about achieving your dreams. And I hope you join me somewhere, somehow, and just choose. Choose for you. Choose orgasmic, fun, energy. Choose being you. Bye.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Creating Abundance with Ease radio show. Dr. Helen Gitlevich will return next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, have fun using the tools of the week in your life. and start creating magic in your life and your body.